Hello, Raider Nation. This is not Duntov 1967, but it is Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm standing at the brand new Allegiant Stadium out here in Las Vegas. And as you can see, it's all done. $1.8 billion. Looks like a UFO slash football stadium. Words can't describe how big this thing is until you actually get up to it. I'm at the north entry, and the lanai doors and the Al Davis torch, which was made in Kansas City. On top of that, there's a Chiefs flag braid under the stadium, so Mahomes should have no problems beating the Raiders at any time he wants. It's got signage in the inside of it you can barely see, Allegiant Stadium, and you can see the ETFI roof, barely. But it's 102 degrees out here yet at 9:30 at night. It's not supposed to get down below 90 all night out here. And anyway, I'm at the Allegiant Stadium, as you can see. Raiders are going to be, I guess, kicking their season off here pretty quick, and I guess 3 or 4 games are going to be without fans until they can get a handle on this coronavirus, from what I've been told. But it looks nice. It's no Arrowhead, because we have the loudest stadium in the league and our world until they can match it. Good luck to them, but thanks. And as you can see, it's dark out. Wanted to come and take pictures of it at night. Well, all the lights were on and everything, and as you can see, all the lights on the strip are back on. Been over to the Luxor. They've done something different with the lights on the pyramid. They used to be white. Now they're all different colors and whatnot. And I'm staying there tonight. Although not in the pyramid. I was wanting the pyramid, but that's a little bit different event for another topic. Heading back around to the stadium. This is the north entry. They got the south entry, which is by the field tray area I took pictures of. But I did a walk around a little bit in the east side. I mean the west side, I should say, sorry. For all you YouTubers out there that know that I'm screwed up. Anyway, it's a nice stadium. I've seen every aspect of it thanks to Duntov 1967. He did a really good job of it, by the way. I'm not going to slide him. Some people didn't take near the energy to keep us abreast of all the stuff that he did, and I appreciate him, and YouTube and the nation should give him a huge credo to it. Basically, the lanai doors are 4 sections, as you can see, or I'm guessing 4, maybe another 3 sections on each side. And the rule of it is, once they're open for game day, they can't be changed. It's like the doors up in Minneapolis. And this is going to be dual purpose, like the University of Arizona Stadium, is where the running Rebels are going to play. They're going to use the field turf, and Raiders are going to use their natural grass field tray. That's all grass, natural. It's about 4 feet thick. It's pretty durable. So, anyway, I'm going to get some more views of the east, and I'll click back on there when I get to the media mesh. It's probably not running, but we'll see in a few. Bye. Hello, Raider Nation. This is Las Vegas again. I'm on the east side of the stadium now, and you can't see it at night, obviously, but from the point and curvature when it goes down till my pan up, or it goes down again, there's what's called a media mesh, which is similar to what they have at the Viva Vision in Fremont Street up north of us, about 3 miles or 4. And it's a huge video board with which you're going to display the game on and whatnot. It's basically a see-through video screen, And as you can tell, you can see inside the stadium through it. Quite revolutionary. It's made of the same material, the same everything, the same technology, the RBG LED technology that Viva Vision is made out of, and so many jumbotrons and the like are made out of. We also have two big billboards out here that have the Raider shield on them. The Allegiant Stadium, which is named for Allegiant Airlines, which is headquartered out of here in Las Vegas, which is why they got the naming rights to it for, I guess, 30 years. It was hard to say. We thought Sprint would have the naming rights for the Sprint Center for a long time until T-Mobile bought them. Now they're the Sprint, I mean the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. So, my apologies for my faux pas there. I have not had much alcohol, so I'm a bit thirsty. Anyway, I'm on the northeast side, I mean on the east side, on Lot E, which south of here used to be the offices and the construction offices and whatnot. And 3.5, almost 2 months ago or whatever, they took them out because a lot of them wasn't needed anymore. And due to the fact they had all the steel up, the ETFI was up, all the stuff on the ceiling was up, the panels were up, the glass was up, and all that. So they no longer needed the offices, so they moved some of them indoors for temporary. And so yeah, it's been exactly 2 years and building, and almost 7 in the making. And Mark Davis put up $1.3 billion, and the taxpayers have put up the rest, which slid back down to the tourists of Las Vegas picking up the tab. So you're welcome for the stadium we bought for you guys. Thank you very much. Anyway, enough of that. So this is the south side. This is the east side wrapping around to the south. As you can see, these lights are of LED in nature, I'm thinking. So it's hard to tell. It might be fluorescent. Who knows? Walking around the south side. Now the southwest side is where they have the field tray, which is nice. So yeah. And these panels up here are not video panels up there in the void area. It's just paneling of some sorts. Gives you an idea of how big this building is. Like I say, it's supposed to seat 66,000. And Jerry's house seats considerably more. His can seat up to about 110,000. They have removable seating in the stadium down in Dallas so that they can maneuver it so they can seat more people. They set the record for the most attendance in an NCAA basketball game of 89,000 people. Conversely speaking, the NCAA basketball game with the least attendance was on an aircraft carrier. It was the North Carolina Tar Heels. I forget who they was playing, but suffice to say, it's the game with the least attendance. 700 people. That's all they could fit on the deck with the court and the media and all. So, getting back to the stadium at hand here. So, Duntov, 1967, I think I'm saying that right. Again, big service to him, big shout out. Took a lot of energy and whatnot. I'm pretty sure he has a daytime job. Another one. So, kudos to him and all his work, telling us about everything and whatnot. I'm not a huge Raiders fan, but I don't hate them. Unlike the Patriots, they they've been on their side more so than what the Raiders have. So I'm in the Kansas City market, obviously. So, but this stadium is making a believer out of me that them guys have cojones, have imagination. I don't love Arrowhead yet, but this is grand. I like this. Initial thoughts were I wasn't on board with it because of the fact that we were going to get settled with all the with the $700 million cost of it due to the tourists and whatnot. But I'd be willing to let some of that go for what I'm seeing, which is a masterpiece of engineering. So I'm going to get off here for a little bit, and I'll talk to you in about a couple seconds or whatever. Okay, I'm going to change my greeting up a little bit. Hello, NFL Nation, because Raiders are part of the NFL, not just part of Vegas, and used to be Oakland. A little bit about the parking situation. They're definitely not going to be able to park everybody in the stadium. You know, they have a lot of spots, but they've made shadow agreements with some of the resorts to park people in the Mandalay and the Luxor, and have a lot of people walk across the Hacienda, which is north of us. They're going to close the Hacienda off to vehicle traffic on game days when it occurs. Hope pretty soon. This COVID stuff is putting a kibosh on a lot of stuff, but they're going to close the Hacienda off, and that's going to be the pedestrian traffic from the strip down into the stadium for all the events, games, concerts, and whatnot. So I'm on the southeast side looking northwest of the stadium. As you can tell, it's pretty huge. It's a lot bigger than what it's portrayed on YouTube and on TV and pictures and whatnot. So walking up to it is quite daunting. It's kind of like the stadium in Minneapolis, is where it's kind of a glorified arena basically, and I've been in the Bass Stadium also, the U.S. Bank, or as we like to call it in the Metallica sphere, the U.S. Metallica Stadium, because it was one of the first acts to play there. Heading down to the south, this lot used to be the offices, construction offices, and heading over the top of the southwest entry, that used to be the batch plant for the cement. So used to be a lot of stuff going on here, and I guess the shtick was they had a material staging zone north of here about 5 miles, so they could categorize everything, stage it, and do a just-in-time technique of getting stuff, so they didn't have to keep a lot of stuff on site and keep it secure and keep it cataloged and categorized. And about a month and a half ago, that was no longer necessary. They redid a lot of shrubbery, and a lot of palm trees got planted, and a lot of sidewalks got put in, a lot of everything, a lot of signage, a lot of bollards, which is these metal silver things sticking up, I guess, what Dentoff would call them, which I guess he's right. I'm not going to never discredit him, because he, like I said, did a great service, and no one took the time to videograph the Allegiant Stadium like he has. And they're a great man, and if I ever meet him one day, I'd give him a pat on the back, and did a great job. A good service to the Raider Nation, the city of Las Vegas, and the NFL Kingdom as a whole. It wants to keep tabs on stadiums, and they got another stadium out. I'm not going to forget this one, called SoFi, in Los Angeles, where the Raiders and Rams are going to be playing. They are done with it, pretty sure, because they have to get these stadiums. And I'd be remiss if I was to forget the training facility the Raiders have, and their headquarters out in Henderson. which is a $75 million project where Mark Davis's office and John Gruden's office is at. They have cafeterias, locker rooms, training facilities, pools, 3 outdoors, and an indoor and a half football stadium for practice. The field tray is done. Grass is all growing. They've mowed it twice or 3 times already. So that's a sign it's taken already. Occupancy got handed over yesterday, I do believe. Substantial completion was Friday, which is exactly 2 years. On time and exactly on budget, within $100,000. I don't know what the plus or minus was, but $100,000 to $1,700,000 is like a penny to most people. But anyway, it's on time, on budget. A few snafus with the raising of the cable ties, because that was a new thing to them, but they figured it out. Was able to get everything all raised, and like I said, on time, on budget, and no biggie. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here, and to be the last, I gotta go deposit my $60 in a machine of my choosing, I guess. And so until I get home back to Kansas, I'll see you guys in a blip when I get home. Bye bye.